Well, now, welcome to my new channel, Fire Like Cayenne. I am your YouTube New Orleans Thai girl, Cayenne for sure. Hey, friend. I was on my quarantine vibes, you dig, and started thinking about some of those classic, iconic reads that I've seen on TV throughout the years. So, I decided to pick my top 5 and share them with y'all. Take a look and let me know what you think. Number 5, Will Reads America from
To
Newsroom.
support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
Number 4, Claire reads Elvin from The Cosby Show.
Serve.
Serve whom?
Serve him.
Oh, serve him! As in serve your man?
Well, yeah.
Let me tell you something, Elvis. You see, I am not serving Dr. Huxtable, okay?
Okay.
That's the kind of thing that goes on in a restaurant. Now, I'm going to bring him a cup of coffee just like he brought me a cup of coffee this morning. And that, young man, is what marriage is made of. It is give and take 50-50. And if you don't get it together and drop these macho attitudes, you are never going to have anybody bringing you anything, anywhere, any place, anytime, ever. Now, what would you like in your coffee?
Maybe I could get you some coffee.
Number 3, Electra reads The Kids from Pose.
You can hear the disappointment in my voice as I count off the ways in which I've clearly failed as a mother. Look at the fruits of my labor. A foolhardy chunk who makes her living on the pole, and a brainless wonder who thinks the way to get curves is to stick Charmin in her drawers or to inject cement into her derriere. House of ferocity? You two are about as fierce as my morning cornflakes. You may have left my home, but you can't leave me. I'm in your mind. That voice saying, you're not good enough, little girl. You're not smart enough or tough enough or glamorous enough to make it in this world. And that little voice is going to eat away at you like termites until your whole pathetic house comes crashing down. You think you're on the road to being legends, but you couldn't make it from here to the door without me pointing the way. You're nothing but bags of rancid, rotting meat. Well, take a long last look at this filet mignon. I doubt we'll be conversing ever again unless I take a sudden interest in dying of boredom. Little Poppy, I think you've suffered enough for your sins. I'm sure I can convince your mother, Blanca, to take you back if you're willing to grovel a little.
I don't really know what that means, but I'll grovel all night if I have to. Get your own damn drinks.
Feeling like a big man now, huh?
Cubby, Lamar, one chance. Get right with Evangelisa or die on the vines with these withering weeds.
Let's go.
Oh, traitors, all of you.
Number 2, Daddy Pope reads The President from Scandal.
Boy, we've been coddled and cared for, pampered and hugged. For you, it's always summertime and the living is easy. Daddy's rich, your mama's good looking, you're a brat. You got money in your blood. You are a boy. I'm a man. I have worked for every single thing I have ever received. I have fought and scraped and bled for every inch of ground I walk on. I was the first in my family to go to college. My daughter went to boarding school with the children of kings. I made that happen. You cried yourself to sleep because Daddy hurt your feelings, because Papa banged his secretary, because it hurt to have so much money. You spoiled, entitled, ungrateful little brat. You have everything handed to you on a silver platter, and you squander it. You're giving the world And you can appreciate it because you haven't had to work for anything. So now you've decided that the one thing that you want is my daughter, my child, mine, what I made, what I created. You could talk about what a great lay she is to try to get a response from me all you want. But guess what? I am actually, quite literally, above your pay grade, which means that I know that you believe that you are in love with her, as wrong as you may be.
I do love her.
You love that she is a door-marked exit. You love that she is your way out. Because if you are with Olivia Pope, you don't have to fulfill your father's dream of being president. If you are with Olivia, you no longer have to be your father's son. An apple never falls too far from the tree. You are always going to be Senator Grant's disappointing boy, Fitz. She is always going to be the formidable Olivia Pope. Don't use the person that I made to make you into a man. You're a boy.
You don't know anything about me.
Sadly, boy, I know everything about you.
And number
Julia
one is
Sugarbaker,
Julia
Suzanne
Reed's Miss
Sugarbaker's
Georgia World
sister.
from Designing
I
Women.
couldn't help overhearing part of your conversation.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know anyone was here.
Yes, and I gather from your comments there are a couple of other things you don't know, Marjorie. For example, you probably didn't know that Suzanne was the only contestant in Georgia pageant history to sweep every category except congeniality. And that is not something the women in my family aspire to anyway.
It's really
Or
not
that when she walked down the runway in her swimsuit, 5 contestants quit on the spot. Or that when she emerged from the isolation booth to answer the question, what would you do to prevent war? She spoke so eloquently of patriotism, battlefields, and diamond tiaras. Grown men wept.
That's really
And you probably didn't know, Marjorie, that Suzanne was not just any Miss Georgia. She was the Miss Georgia. She didn't twirl just a baton. That baton was on fire.
Look,
And when she threw that baton into the air, it flew higher, further, faster than any baton has ever flown before, hitting a transformer and showering the darkened arena with sparks.
Look.
And when it finally did come down, Marjorie, my sister caught that baton, and 12,000 people jumped to their feet for 16½ minutes of uninterrupted thunderous ovation as flames illuminated her tear-stained face. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Well, that was my top 5 of all time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Now, I want to hear from you. Share your top 5 with me in the comment section. Maybe we can make a part 2. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for your girl. Thanks for chilling with me so much. I'ma holler at y'all again soon.
Bye.